Resident Evil.
Resident Evil is one of the well-known video games. For sure that most of you who are watching this video has seen and or played the game. Well, here are the 21 things that I gathered for Resident Evil 1. Number 1. Resident Evil Biohazard is the first game in the Resident Evil series. It was released in 1996 for PS1 and was ported to Sega Saturn and PC. Number 2. The team also planned to release a Game Boy Color version. It was initially planned to be released in 1999. However, Capcom cancelled it. According to them, it was cancelled because of poor quality. Number 3. The game was remade for GameCube on 2002. The team worked on improving the graphics and also incorporate new voice acting. Number 4. There are two playable characters, Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. Though they look like just a normal choice of character, Chris was actually suited for players who wants more challenge or hard mode, if you will, while Jill is a normal one. Number 5. Although Chris was more resistant to enemy attacks and has good critical hits, he can only carry 6 items, and he only starts with a knife. Number 6. Jill can carry 8 items, and she also has a lockpick that she can use to unlock certain places. Number 7. Resident Evil Director's Cut was the first major re-release of Resident Evil, which has been released on September of 1997. Number 8. In Resident Evil Director's Cut, the difficulty was changed to Arrange Mode and Beginner Mode. Arrange Mode was made to confuse players who unlocked unlimited rocket launcher or has been in the game with knives. The enemies and items were moved to different locations, while Beginner Mode gives the players life and weapon an increase. The ammunition and ink ribbons were also doubled. Number 9. So you watch zombie movies like World War Z and Train to Busan. The zombies there didn't walk, instead they run. This is also present in the first game, or rather the remake of the first game of Resident Evil. They are called Hyper Zombies. They sprint towards their target. Number 10. The Hyper Zombies was originally intended to make its first appearance on Resident Evil 2. However, it was delayed, thus the team makes Resident Evil Director's Cut and put Hyper Zombies in the game, so players need to think of their new strategy. Number 11. Shinji Mikami thought of a strong and fast zombies, thus the Hyper Zombie was born. It would kill unexpecting players who took the zombie as weak, especially those who are using handguns and knives. Number 12. Sony has a DualShock controller capable of vibration. Seeing this, Capcom created an updated version of Resident Evil Director's Cut called Resident Evil Director's Cut DualShock version to utilize this function. The updated game also has a new soundtrack. Number 13. Resident Evil has been ported for Nintendo DS. It was titled Resident Evil Deadly Silence. The game was released on 2006. Number 14. Capcom utilizes the use of stylus and touchscreen on this release. They feature a knife battle sequence where player must stab the zombies via stylus, and also touching the screen can make the player stab the zombie instead of pushing them away. Also, a CPR function where player needs to blow the mic to perform CPR. Number 15. Resident Evil Deadly Silence was the first Nintendo DS game that was rated as mature. Number 16. Resident Evil Deadly Silence has a lot of criticism. Critics state that it was just another Resident Evil 1. However, Due to the quick firing and tactical reload as an addition, this is one of the most playable versions of Resident Evil 1. Number 17. On Resident Evil Deadly Silence, when you are given the choice between Classic Mode or Rebirth Mode, if you press and hold right D-pad button for a few seconds, the writing will turn green. This will enable Training Mode, which is very similar to the Training Mode enabled in the Director's Cut version of Resident Evil, which you obtain by following the same process listed above. Training Mode makes the game considerably easier and doubles any ammo or ink ribbons you pick up. Number 18. STARS, or Special Tactics and Rescue Service, was founded in 1996. The team was created to tackle hostage situations and threats and incidents where suspects are armed. However, instead of being a police force, the team was actually just an associated agency, since other members does not even have a police training. Number 19. Tony was a police dog who's also a member of the RPD. They have their own special canine unit, which were Doberman and Chef Irons. Sadly enough, they all succumbed to T-virus. Number 20. The first victim of Umbrella Corporation was two cancer patients who are Doug Frost and Dorothy Lester. Number 21. Al Lester was the director of Arklay Mountains, the husband of Dorothy. Dorothy was injected by T-virus, hoping to cure the cancer. However, she still succumbed to death. Albert did not know whether the T-virus or the cancer killed his wife. Due to this, he created another persona known as the X-Men. So that's the top 21 facts about Resident Evil 1. Be sure to check out the other videos. Peace.
So there you are.